It's now time for NRG This Week. NRG stands for Network Referral Group. To learn more about NRG, go to their website, NRG.Online. It's now time for another episode of NRG This Week.
Hey everybody, Leon Thomas here with Mike Weiner. Mike is the founder and CEO of Network Referral Group. To learn more about Network Referral Group, check out their website. That's NRG.Online. And our company, the Leon Thomas Group, virtual event production. Shows like this we produced, as well as we can make a pretty good looking commercial and voiceover for you. Hey Mike, how are you?
Leon, I am doing super stoked. How are you today?
Super stoked. That was only two. I ask you how you doing. You give me like 9 levels. It's only super stoked. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me see that cup.
Cut
Let's see
to,
that
cut to.
cup.
I am super super stoked. How's that?
Super stoked. Okay, right on. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. And B, what has you so super stoked, Mike?
Two things, Leon. Beside being on NRG this week with you, which I always love being here with you, we are having what potentially will be our biggest week in 25 years. We had two members join on Monday. We had 3 join yesterday. So that's 5 in 2 days. We've had 1 join today. I'm expecting 2 to Atlanta today. And we've still got 6 meetings tomorrow, 4 on Friday. We're serving people around the country, around the world, Leon. And we've got some great people. And they'll be coming to NRG this week very shortly. I've got some amazing members, but Leon, when they join, I do 30 referrals. So yesterday I had 8 meetings, 3 new members, 90 three-way text intros, and then Leon, I went to the gym. And I had a choice. I could lay my head down and take a nap or go to the gym. And I'm working to get in shape. I'm getting married. There's a little bird out there. Little birdie said I'm getting married, and I'm working on getting some of this excess weight and shipping it out of here. So I went to the gym. I went on the treadmill, did a mile, did some weights. I'm buffing up to be that Jewish Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was a very productive day yesterday. So
Right
I'm
on.
just excited to be here with
That
you.
is great. Let's work backwards. Tell me what gym? Where do you work out?
Elevate here in Eldersburg. It used to be, can't remember the name now, Gold's Gym, and now it's
Okay.
Elevate. And it's funny, Leon. It's like anything. I asked a guy at the desk one day, how many members are there? He said 2,000. I've never walked in with more than 30.
Yeah.
Where's the other 1,970? Are they at home eating bonbons and getting heavy? I mean, there's like 1,970. I'm happy. I like it because I can usually get on the fly or, any piece of equipment I want. But
Yeah.
it's like a lot of things in life. It's a small percentage of
Right.
the people. They say they're going to do stuff, but I watch what people do, and you know what I'm talking about. But
Right. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
join a gym. You join a gym not to sit at home and watch the 26th season of The Simpsons, but you join a gym to go to the gym and work out, right?
Go to the gym to
You
work
know
out. That's what you do. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for.
exactly,
And NRG is here to help you grow your business. You go to
exactly.
NRG.online to learn more about NRG. You can contact Mike directly. First was phone number 443-756 9656. Give him a call, send him a text. Don't shoot a text. We're going to change that terminology. It's send a text. You can also email Mike. The email address is mike@networkreferralgroup.com. Again, that's mike@networkreferralgroup.com. So, Mike, now when someone attends their first NRG meeting, so they get invited by you, another NRG member, or whatever, what happens at that point?
So I love the question. So when they come to their first NRG meeting, they're greeted by yours truly. I give them a quick 3-minute overview of what NRG is, kind of where we were, where we are, where we're going. I like them to feel comfortable, like they're sitting in my living room. And then we go around, we do introductions, everybody gets referrals. And at the end of the meeting, utilizing a system I call pinball, they get 3 referrals. So they're always happy. We had a gentleman today, he got the 3 referrals. I kicked everybody out. I asked him what he liked about the meeting. He told me. I gave him a 2-minute overview, and he said, "You know what? This just makes sense. You're going to do 30 referrals tonight. I like the people. I like the atmosphere. I love law of attraction. I'm in." So it's very simple, but it's very different, Leon, than I think any other organization out there because the proof is in the pudding. We give them 3 referrals on the spot. And then as soon as they say, "Mike, I'm in, I want in," I do the 30 referrals once they officially join. So it's one big family. And if you haven't been to an NRG meeting, I invite you to come out and check it out. What do you have to lose? If you're not at the gym working out, come check it out.
And so that you mentioned that system called pinball. Tell us that PIN stands for something. That PIN. What do those
Yep.
letters represent?
The P stands for Power Partners. Those are industries that refer you to your end client. Don't underestimate that. You can never have enough power partners. The I is industries, and that's twofold. I always ask members to tell me, or new people, what are the last 4 industries they sold? What are 2 or 3 industries that they're trying to get into? The N is named accounts. Those are specific companies. And Leon, something new. We've been doing Pinball Express. I am taking over that responsibility along with my director of networking. So, as a new member, the first Thursday of every month at 4 p.m. Eastern on my Zoom, we're going to do a very deep dive into pinball so that the members are thoroughly they're educated. So when they come to the meeting, they say my power partners are, my industries are, my named accounts are. So Lori and I are going to be taking that over. It's going to start in June. It's going to be the first Thursday of the month at 4 p.m. Eastern. We don't have a timeline. If 5 people show up, it might go an hour. If 2 show up, it might go 45 minutes. It's going to start at 4 and it's going to end when it ends.
So, folks, you're actually getting free sales training right here today on NRG This Week. You're getting sales training right now. It's free because all you had to do was pay for your internet or pay for your phone and you're watching this show. No one asked you to buy a membership to get this, right? PIN, Power Partners, Industries, Named Accounts. If you're in sales, and it doesn't matter what you sell, there are people that refer folks to you that you get referrals from. So I'll use the hotel example, Mike. That's the industry that I grew up in, right? In hotel sales, who sends you business? Sometimes it's a wedding planner. Sometimes it's a church who says we're having a wedding or we're having a funeral, right? And the family needs rooms. That's power partners, right? Industries. Who did you sell to last? Did you sell to a big block grocery store? Did you sell to the college down the street? Did you sell to the corporation around the corner? Industries. And you can get more business from folks like them. So if you sold to Walmart, maybe you could be getting some business from Target as well. And then the named accounts, that account you're just trying to knock the door down. Who can I talk to here? Who can get me? Who do I know that knows somebody that can get me in there? Named accounts. Mike, that's actually what solidified our relationship. Do you remember when you and I first met
Yeah.
a long time ago?
A minute
You
and a half.
asked me, right? You asked me who's the top
Yeah.
account here in that market, and I told you the
Utilize
company.
pinball. I was
Right,
doing pinball with you the first time we
exactly.
met.
Right, exactly. And you said, "Come on, let's go talk to them." I'm like, they haven't returned my phone calls, letters, faxes, anything." You said, "Come on, let's go." Named accounts. So, folks, this is real stuff. And again, this was free. So imagine what you get when you become an NRG member. Now, Mike, one more thing about NRG that I think is important for folks to know. It's more than just showing up at a virtual meeting, w- right? There's so much
Oh, yeah.
more that NRG offers. Talk some about that.
You know, Leon, the family atmosphere is second to none. Everybody cares. And it's not just hyperbole or talk or whatever, but from myself to my director of networking, Lori, to Ben Russ, who's doing tremendously well, to the newest member. We had Lizelle on. She's been a member of 2 weeks now, but it's a family, it's a culture. We teach all kinds of sales things. Sometimes people talk about objections they're getting from their clients or prospects. We walk them through that. I had a guy join the other day and he's like, Mike, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing social media. I'm like, it's all good. We'll take care of it. We'll help you. We'll go step by step. So it doesn't matter if you're a novice, if you're brand new out of college, if you've been in other networking groups and they didn't produce how you thought they would produce. We welcome you with an open arm. We're across the country, we're across the world. Leon, I've got someone coming from South Africa next Friday. That's a long cry from Columbia, Maryland, Leon, where you and I had our one of our first meetings together. But we care. I would not be doing 34 Zooms a week, 25 years, 2 months, 16 hours, 14 seconds. I'm kidding on that, but we're here, and we have a heart. And come out, check us out. I've got a member, Leon. I'm going to try to get him on a Zoom here, NRG this week in the next month or so. He's got two deals. He's been with me about, I don't know, 60 days less, could produce $1 million in business. So this stuff is real. I can't promise
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but you know what? You got to show up.
Hmm.
Willie Jolly, who did the forward for my first book, he said, you got to show up. People don't show up sometimes, Leon, at the gym or
Right.
NRG.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're leaving money on the table if they don't show up at
Hmm.
NRG. And they can't blame Mike Weiner or the universe or God. They need to take a Michael Jackson look, man in the mirror, woman in the mirror, and grow up and let's do some things together. Let's do
But
greatness together. What's your
you
why?
yeah,
We were
yeah.
talking about that, Leon. People, they got to know what the reason is for being in business. What gets them out of bed? Do you wake up and go, oh my God, another day? Or do you go, thank God it's another day. I'm ready to roll. It's all attitude. It's
And
all attitude.
here's some of the things I like about NRG. It's more than just networking, right? There's education involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the extravaganzas, right, where everyone comes together and you have speakers and so forth that are providing information. It's so much more than just show up and let's exchange leads. Let me give you a name and number. There's so much more that happens here with Network Referral Group NRG. To learn more, go to NRG.Online. I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. This is Mike Weiner, the CEO and founder of NRG. You can contact Mike directly. His phone number is 443-756-9656, and his email address is mike at networkreferralgroup.com. Mike, we're going to take a short break. And during the break, the commercials that everyone's going to see are all done in house by team members of the Leon Thomas Group. You'll see some of the great work that we do. And Mike, when we come out of that, we're going to take a step away from networking for a little bit. We're going to talk a little baseball,
Pete
and we're
Rose.
going to talk a little purple trumpet. We're going to talk a little purple
Oh,
trumpet
trumpet.
when we come back.
I
Purple
can't wait to
trumpet
the flip side of the
when
break.
we will
Wow.
come back from the break. You're watching NRG This Week.
At Rod's Car Repairs, we work on all cars, old cars, new cars, and your car. Car Repairs by Rod.io.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Roxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
From the creative team that brought you The Browning Project and Dead by Morning comes a new thriller that will change the way you look at white-collar crime forever. Falling from the Sky.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What will we do without it?
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
Welcome back to NRG This Week. Leon Thomas here with Mike Weiner. Mike's the CEO and founder of NRG. To get in touch with him, go to NRG.Online. That's the company's website. You can email Mike at networkreferralgroup.com, and his phone number is 443-756-9656. I'm the president of the Leon Thomas Group, your friend in all things virtual. If you need commercials like the ones you just saw, you know that's hot stuff. All you do is contact me, and my team and I'll put something together like that. It's very, very cost effective, but impactful for your company. So, Mike, before break, we said we would talk a little baseball and Pete Rose and a little purple trumpet. You pick which one you want to talk about first.
Let's go to America's national pastime, baseball. Pete Rose.
Pete Rose. So fill me in now. I don't know everything about it, but go ahead. So Pete Rose
So
played for the Cincinnati Reds, Philadelphia Phillies, coached, managed, or whatever, and then go ahead. Tell us what went on and what's the latest.
his nickname was Charlie Hustle. Kids emulated him for years. He was arguably one of the top, I'm going to say it, Liam, 5 baseball players ever, maybe top 3 along with Babe Ruth. But he was accused of gambling way back in, I guess, the 80s, maybe 90s, and he didn't go to the Hall of Fame. He passed away a couple of years ago. I was watching MLB Network. I sound like a prognosticator or announcer for Leon, but I was watching MLB Network yesterday, and the commissioner has taken him off the. There was a list he was on where he could not. I don't know what the list was called, but he could not qualify for the Hall of Fame. The commissioner of baseball yesterday took him off that list. So in 2027 he's going to be on the ballot, and there's going to be an opportunity for Pete Rose, even though he's deceased, to go into the Hall of Fame. I think it's amazing. I think it's long overdue. I was a big Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose fan. He put hustle into the game. And, Leon, when we played Little League, if we didn't hustle, our coach would call us out on it. God rest my dad. He's been gone since '99. Every time I played, he would make sure I ran, from the outfield or shortstop into to the dugout and vice versa. You always hustled. You always ran. And I think Pete Rose was one of the folks that baseball players that really instilled that. Now, gambling's become such a big thing. I forgot the name of the company with the NFL FanDuel or something. I mean, gambling's like it's part of life now, especially with the NFL. So, Leon, I am all for Pete Rose getting nominated to go in. I'd like to ask you, what is your opinion on Pete Rose? Are we together on this, or kind of like Justin Tucker last week? We were looking on other sides of the fence. So, where do you stand, my friend?
Okay, so my first statement is, why not do the reinstatement? Why wait 2 years after his death? Why not make him eligible, bring him back into baseball when he was alive? Right? That's one. What was the delay? Do you know?
Yeah.
Has anyone said anything about that?
You know what? Yeah, I think they were kind of inferring yesterday. He denied gambling. He denied, but then he came out with a book, Leon, and in the book, apparently he said he gambled, but he denied it vehemently. I think he put up so many, and the MLB announcer said he put up so many roadblocks. It was hard for anyone to get behind him. Unfortunately, I don't remember how old he was. He passed away a few years ago, and he's off that list, but they don't vote for the Hall of Fame for 2 years. So we will not even know until 2027 if he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. It's possible they're not going to put him in, but the way MLB was saying they're leaning towards where he'll probably go in there. But the only reason he can't go in now is they don't do the election for more Hall of Fame players for 2 more years. I don't know how many years
Oh,
are in
I
between, but that 2027 is the next year they're going to look at that.
oh, I thought they did a Hall of Fame vote every year. I didn't know there was a
I thought so,
delay.
but that's what they said. So yeah,
Okay. All right.
well,
So now, so this was because of gambling allegations, right? That's why he was
it,
banned
it
from.
wasn't he a manager too? And I think he
Yeah, I think he
gambled
did
while
manage.
he managed. He took it. He took gambling like he did stealing. He hustled through it all. There's a kind of a twin meaning there. He hustled through it all, but in the end, all there's so much gambling today. It's like I think he
Well,
should be in there with Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron and Brooks Robinson and
and
everybody else.
as long as he didn't did he gamble on baseball as a manager?
Yes.
He should not be in the Hall of Fame. He should not be. He
I,
should
I had a
don't
feeling
ban
he
him
would
from
have.
baseball. But if he gambled on baseball as a manager or as a player, he should not. He
I,
should
I
not be
think what
eligible.
and I think what makes it worse is I think he gambled on the team that he managed, which
Yeah,
makes it even much
that's
worse.
even worse. Nah, that's even worse. Where's the petition? I'll sign it. Do not let Pete Rose back into baseball. But now the question is, though, the vote for him to go in the Hall of Fame, is that as a player or a manager? Is he not already in as a player? Did they take him out as a player or
Oh
what?
no, he never went in as a player.
Okay.
No.
So
Yeah.
then
It would yeah.
the statistics probably show he deserves to be there because he earned those statistics. He did the work before anyone knew of his gambling. So I can
Correct. Yeah.
understand those that would say, based on his playing experience, he needs to be there. But one of the
His
things about
managerial
Oregon,
Yeah, he wasn't a manager that long. I don't think he was a great manager, but he was a much better player than a manager.
yeah,
But I
he
remember he
was.
had like a 44 game hitting streak. He hit like 321 in the playoffs. I was looking at all these statistics. Yeah, I mean, he blew it out, Leon. He
He,
emulated what a someone who's motivated should do. And Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe we can continue this conversation on Jasmine Pollock's First Impression Sports Talk. We can talk about this and talk about the Justin Tucker situation with the Baltimore Ravens. So, folks, coming up soon, we'll make an announcement about it. You'll see it on social media when we're going to have that special edition of Jasmine Pollock's First Impressions Sports Talk. Mike, let's talk about purple trumpets.
Purple trumpet. Does this have anything to do with the Baltimore Ravens?
Only that it's in Baltimore, but not connected to
Okay.
the Ravens at all.
Okay.
Now,
So tell me about purple trumpets. Yeah. What is purple trumpets?
when I make this turn and this swivel in the chair, you know what typically comes up. What
I
comes
know
up,
what's
Mike?
coming.
What's
It's either
coming?
a bowling ball or a trumpet. It's usually a trumpet.
And this time, it's nothing. That's because the trumpet is actually in the trunk of the car.
Oh, it's not in here today.
Yesterday, I actually played the trumpet at the William Paca Elementary School in Baltimore.
Very cool. What did you play? What
I
song?
I just played a few notes, a few
Okay.
notes, a few notes. I met the principal of William Paca Elementary. Her name is Olia Hardy. She has been, and she's won an award for being one of the top principals, one of the top administrators in Baltimore City
Nice.
schools. It's called the
Very
Heart of the
nice.
Schools Award. And there's a big presentation that goes on down to Hippodrome on May 30th. And she appeared on another show that the Leon Thomas group produced called Wake Up Baltimore. I host that with Dr. Z. Mike, you've been a guest on that show.
Absolutely.
So
Great
she
show.
was our featured guest last week, and she told me about the band, the fifth grade band at the William Paca Elementary School, and invited me to hear the band play at Baltimore City Schools headquarters last week. And I went there to hear them play, and Mike, they're good. They do not sound like a fifth grade band. I mean, they
That's
are
cool.
good. And one of the songs they played was Prince's "Let's Go Crazy."
Let's go crazy. I
That
love that song. Prince was
that
amazing.
one, right? So, in speaking with the band director, I told him that I have a trumpet. Keyword: have a trumpet. And he said, "Why don't you come down to the school and jam with the kids?" I said, "Oh, okay, I'll come and jam." So yesterday was jam day doing the fifth grade band's rehearsal. And I walked in and took out the horn, and some kids had never seen one before because they play other instruments. I gave them a rundown of the horn and how it works and so forth, and they said, let us hear you play. Yes, yes, you're laughing already. Yes, yes. And so so Mike, I put the mouthpiece in and I blew, and a sound came out that actually surprised me. And then when I started to play notes, the vowels were sticking and the air wasn't coming straight through the bell. The teacher looked at the horn. He said, "Give me that." And he looks at it and he says, "This thing is old." I said, "Yeah." He says, "When's the last time you played it?" I'm like, "I don't know, 40, 45 years." He's like, "Oh, no, it needs refurbished." So he says, "And it's dented and it's bent. Look, the piece that leads out to the bell is bent." And he says, "That's why the air's not coming through. This thing is damaged. You need to get it refurbished or get a new one because we want you back on June 6th to rehearse with the kids again and play." And he actually gave me the notes to "Let's Go Crazy," the B flat trumpet notes. So I have something to practice now, but I need a horn. So here's where the purple horn comes in. I went online and just Googled new horn, new trumpets, and I come
Right?
across plastic trumpets
Hmm.
that, according to many people on YouTube and other social medias, sound exactly like a regular brass horn. And instead of paying $400 or $500 and more for a new brass horn, I can get one in white, black, yellow, orange, blue, or
So purple.
purple. So I'm giving that high consideration. And so maybe on next week's NRG This Week, I will be here live with the purple trumpet.
It's funny when you mentioned Prince with that song. I was thinking of Purple Rain, their other big song that they had. They had a lot of great songs, Prince.
Yeah,
He
he
was a
did.
genius. But I want to hear you with the new trumpet.
Yeah. So maybe next
That'll be
week when
cool.
this happens.
It's new trumpet time.
So that's what we have. Folks, we talk about it all right here on NRG This Week. From purple horns to the Ravens to Pete Rose, but most importantly, how you becoming an NRG member can improve your business. And to learn more about NRG, go to NRG.Online. NRG stands for Network Referral Group, absolutely the best business networking organization in the world. You can contact Mike directly. His email address is mike@networkreferralgroup.com, or send him a text. His phone number is 443-756-9656. Mike, there we have it. We look forward to next week's show with a purple trumpet, perhaps with a new member coming on as a guest here on NRG This Week. And
Absolutely.
finally, word has it that you and your fiance are coming to play racquetball with the kids at Racquetball Revival. You're coming to play racquetball sometime in June, and we look forward to having you
Where are we
there.
coming? We coming to Timonium or Frederick?
Neither one. You're going to come to Parkville.
Parkville. Okay.
Parkville, the
We,
Northeast
we,
Regional Rec Center in
yeah.
Parkville. I look forward to seeing you there on the court, and we'll record that and show it on an episode of NRG This Week.
That might be on America's Best Bloopers. Be good.
Hopefully, me playing the purple trumpet doesn't end up there with it. It's going to be a
There you
blast. I
go.
look forward to you coming there, Mike. It's going to be a lot of
Absolutely.
fun.
We haven't seen each other since before COVID.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Me too.
Everyone,
Me too.
thanks for watching NRG This Week. We'll see you next time. Take care.